Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Blessings to everyone. So we have a new solar year, and 2024 is, in the science of numerology, it is considered to be number 8, no? 2 times 2 and 4 is 8. And the 8 is a very specific number and a very powerful number. So one aspect of the 8 is that it shows in its form, especially if you see it horizontal, not vertical like we write it, but actually horizontal. Then we understand that what you seed, you reap. And in this year, there's a lot of this effect. What we have seeded, what we have put in our life, it will come up very strong in that next year for the good and for what we have to understand better, right? And so when you seed something good in this year or so, then it will be having a double effect because it comes 2 times. Yeah, it is like this loop. It has this repetition. It has this looping inside. So it is like emphasizing. It emphasizes everything. And the other aspect is that it is under the power of Saturn. And we know Saturn stands for the law, stands for the truth, stands for the justice, stands for modesty, stands for correctness, righteousness, ethic, to have the right ethic. Yes. So what is not correct in our life, what is ethical not correct, where we are not really in a good path, that also will emphasize in this year. And the way around, if you are good, if you try to be straight, ethical, all right, your marriage will improve, your businesses improve, your all life situation can improve very sudden and very positive. Yeah. And what we need to understand, we have a reality that is behind the reality that we project on it. Yeah. Because the reason why we are in an unhappy state most of the time, or in a state that doesn't allow us to be deeply in peace, deeply in satisfaction, is because we project a distorted vision of our reality to the reality. Yeah. And the reality is at every moment in a perfect balance, in a perfect bliss, in a perfect harmony. Yeah. So all the teaching is that we need to understand, we need to somehow grab this reality behind our reality. And one of the way we grab it is actually through certain metaphysic systems. Yeah. And the one that is very old, if not the oldest, is the knowledge of numbers. Yeah. The knowledge of mathematics, the knowledge of physics. And there is an expression that says the reality is shown in the mathematics, it's shown in the numbers. No. Everything is connected to numbers. Therefore, it is not good to be ignorant about that, right? And to say it's just numbers. No, it is not just numbers. They form a reality as well. And the next thing is that we need to understand our cosmic situation. And this is why we deal with stars and why the holy scriptures deal with the stars, that they are conscious beings and that they have an input on us. And they want to be seen and known as well. Yeah. Therefore, Saturn, for those who are linked to the religious world, it stands for the Day of Judgment, for example. Yeah, that is under the governing of Saturn. Yeah. So we review in this year, we try to review what is not going good in our life, what is not going really successful. And there we have to see as deep as we can. We have to go as deep as possible, and always a little deeper as we had it maybe before. So don't be the one who says, I looked at something and I cannot look deeper. There is a deeper. Yeah. As long as this part in your life is not going well, yeah, that means something you haven't seen yet. Yeah. Even you think, you look at yourself, you observe yourself, or you see yourself. The one who sees himself and sees reality as it is knows no obstacles. There's no obstacles. Yeah. And this is a very important thing to understand. There is no obstacles, yeah, in reality. So all the obstacles that you find are the markers of points where you do not look deep enough. No? However, this is a lucky year for many people. This can be a very, very prosperous year for many people. And it can be also a year where we might come more to our senses. We should come in this year really to our senses. Let's see how it works out and how we will go as an individual and as a collective. And that is what is important in that year. So I wish you a very good year, blessed year, a year that gives you the strength to go in the deepest levels of yourself and to explore yourself as much as possible and to find the right answers for you. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.